when you are home and you're out in the morning, you have to do it. Hit your wall walls, guys. Chilies, T-bosses, and your left eyes. Did that on purpose. T-boss, chili, left eye. Books, books, books. Get your RuPaul. Goliath, no Demona. Okay. Oh man, Marsha. Good job, Marsha. Little Biff. First time seeing this. Here's your RuPaul down there. There's another two turtles. Two Morpheus. Little Morpheus pop. Where'd you find this one at? Right over here? In the mix. In the mix. Grab this thing. Noel Vira. Alright, well, Marsha found this. Some more. This is what's left of it. One per store. $99. The regular one's like $39. This is signed. The youngest just found a Nintendo Lego for the first time. This one's signed by Howie Mandel. Okay. Yep. Signature edition, one per store. Already up, I think, what, 150, 200 on aftermarket. Wow. Someone had a HAULATHON. There's another Wolfman. Wolfman's pretty dope. Oh, there's a quill. If you guys are looking for quill, still at full price. Get this in the money. It's on Hongkong.
Alright guys, welcome back again to JB's Toy Trunk. That was a quick trip to Target on our way up to Virginia Beach. And in Virginia Beach, whenever we're there, we like to hit up one of our favorite stores, YESTERTOYS. And right at the beginning, as soon as you walk in, Marvel Legends. The guys at YESTERTOYS, they're so fun to hang out with and talk toys with. Very knowledgeable and all action figure lines. It's not the biggest store, but it is definitely packed with some quality vintage, retro, and a lot of newer figures. So if there's that hard to find newer figure out there that you're looking for, go check out YESTERTOYS. These guys they do trade-ins, and my first time there, I think it was, did a trade-in for a few action figures, and these guys are fair, so hit them up. Coming up here, you're going to see more Marvel Legends, the newer Marvel Legends, hanging on the pegs. What is that right there? A 4-pack NECA turtles? What's great is, I don't know if you just saw that on the top left, that was a Black Series chopper, and there was a dude in there looking for that, and he was thanking us for bringing him luck on finding it. I don't know if that was me or if that was Marsha's luck, but he's been looking for that chopper, and that's actually the same place where I got my chopper a couple months ago. So, and here's the Afghan civilian fighter, and we were talking a little bit about this figure. I've, again, not really paying close attention to this scale of collectible, and I've never really seen it in hand like this, any type of figure like that. And he was telling me there's guys that do collect that, and it's very accurate. And of course there was guys actually deployed with Afghan fighters that it just reminded him of when he was serving overseas. Here's your Star Wars Black Series, and yes, that is a Bib Fortuna you saw up there. Remnant Troopers plural. And what is that right there? You'll see here in a second. I'm gonna try to zoom in. I think there's so much stuff in there, guys, and it's hard to get back there. Sometimes I'll let you go back there to get an action figure. I just couldn't film by getting that close. If you look dead center, that was the new Boba Fett with the Tusken Raider setup. Whole wall of wrestling figures, and you'll see here in a little bit, this is not the only wall of wrestling figures. Definitely some hard to find action figures there. There's our Hulk, Hall of Fame Hulk, and right to the left is the Ultimate Warrior, which I didn't see until I was watching this film. Jake the Snake Chase, and I got schooled on the Cobra. I told them to go ahead and take my wrestling card for the day because I completely forgot that time when Jake the Snake went into the ring, and I think they said it was Macho Man that he busted out of King Cobra. So, learn something every day from your childhood, even if it's 30 years later. There you go, Optimus. dcmcfarlane. Unmasked Ben Affleck Batman. Some G.I. Joe, Gijoe Classified. Some Pops, imagine that. JB's journey with no Pops. And yeah, what you're watching up there was Saved by the Bell, yes. My man was watching Saved by the Bell, talking about bringing it back. Look at this right here, guys. That is a Sting chase figure. I'd say their wrestling selection, I'm not a big wrestling action figure guy by any means, but they had quite a good assortment, and I've never seen this in the wild. And there you go. I did not pick him up, but definitely thought about it. Yes, there was a lot of Star Wars Black Series I was trying to take home that day, but had some restraint. The youngest was with us, and he found a few things to bring home too, so got to balance it out, guys. Balance it out. Some Super 7, some more wrestling figures down there. There's Andre. This was the first place I seen the Andre a couple months ago from the Princess Bride. Some MOTU, and yes, I almost took that Sting home. Never had a chance to pick him up, but he's sitting there for another collector, another lucky collector. I love that line. It's such a fun line. Some older Star Wars 3 3/4 figures, with some newer ones right there on the right. There's a party wagon up there. You got your Transformers coming up. My oldest, last time we were here, we filmed, the oldest was just, he was looking through it and remembering his good old times of having all those Transformers. And yes, I'm gonna say he had pretty much all those Transformers that are hanging on the pegs. Loose Transformers. Some NECA. Got some good NECA assortment down there. And then this is kind of circled back toward the front. We got some newer Pops. Never seen that one before. Very awesome looking Funko Pop. I'm sure you could do some awesome photography with some good lighting on that one. And while I was there, I was actually looking for the 2-pack Tully for the Ghostbusters. And I'm asking any of you guys, have you guys seen that anywhere? Kind of helping a bud out trying to track that down, so let me know if any of you guys actually have it or have seen it out in the wild. Hiding back here was a little Anthrax and Scumbug. those Godzilla figures right there. And Marcia pointed something out. Yes, those are the Golden Girls. All 4 of them. Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Here it is, a little bit more of that close-up of the Tython Boba Fett. And we were kind of joking around in there. How many more Boba Fetts are we really going to get in the Star Wars Black Series and the Vintage Collection line? We get it. It's a great figure. I mean, most of you guys have Boba Fett on your top 3 favorite character from the whole Star Wars galaxy. But, you know, we were kind of joking around. Is the new Boba Fett with the flip-flops going to be the next release, or the one with the Hawaiian shirt, or, you know, the one with a basketball jersey on? Here's the Sarah and John Connor 2-pack from Terminator Judgment Day. Great looking set, and I was talking with a bud. He would like to grab it, but maybe not at that price point. It is going, it's up there on the secondary market, but sometimes you have to kind of hold off a little bit. And I did a quick shot of this. I do have some of the Muppet action figures, and I'm probably going to go back and get Fozzie, because everybody needs a Fozzie Bear in their collection, my opinion. Alright guys, we are coming up to the end of our YESTERTOYS visit. Again, we could be in there for days talking toys, watching Saved by the Bell, new, old, retro, you name it, they have it. And high-end collectibles. Such a great time at YESTERTOYS. Go check those guys out. They're awesome to talk with, and they have very, very fair deals going on. So if you're looking for that one hard to find action figure, they probably have it somewhere, and they can help you get it. Alright guys, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out for the first 2 Target videos, and then of course the YESTERTOYS video, which was obviously a little bit longer, trying to showcase a little bit of that awesome store. Not the biggest store in the world, but it definitely packs a punch when it talks about
all the figures in there, everything from new, vintage, high-end collectibles, things like that. Guys in there are super great. We've been in there a few times now, and did a couple trades, found figures that I know I've been, you know, really searching for and looking for, and they just happen to have it. So those guys in there are really great. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start talking about some of these pickups that we had when we were on our way to Virginia Beach, and then of course while we're at YESTERTOYS. And then of course, if you saw my first video, which I'll go ahead and put a tag up there, at Toymeister. Toymeister was another great huge store with same type of vibe as far as, you know, you walk in there and you feel you're at home, and you walk right back into like a time machine, you know, like you're in a DeLorean going 88 miles an hour, going to your childhood and seeing your favorite whatever cartoon, stuffed animal, action figure, Hot Wheel, whatever it was. That they had a lot of it, and they had it all sectioned off pretty well up there in Toymeister. I do plan on going back in a couple weeks. I'm going to try to do a little bit more specific filming on some of the figures that I know some of you guys have been already commenting on, say, hey, do they have this or do they have that? And I'm gonna, you know, poke around a little bit more, because the store is huge. You know, I know there's a lot of stuff that I wasn't able to film. So like I said, without further ado, let's see what else I picked up. So on that day, right before we started to go to Virginia Beach, we went to one of the popular Targets where I found almost all of the HAULATHON figures, and I was really searching for this one, and it's the Elvira figure. And not only just the Elvira figure, but we just so happened to get the signature, what is it called? The signature edition. This is Miss Cassandra right here. If you guys know, that's her real name, but we all know her as Elvira, you know, the Mistress of the Dark. So I can't say how eager we were to get this figure once we knew that it was dropping. And I kind of wish it was in that 7-inch scale, not the 8-inch scale, but I do have some NECA that are 8-inch scale, so these would look, she will look good next to them. Now, leave it in the comments. Keep her in the plastic, like in a museum or in a wax museum, or take her out, pose her in a cantina, things like that. So if you guys didn't see it yet, there she is. Okay, on the way up to Virginia, we stopped at the Target and we found a few things. We found a Wolfman, we found you know, a couple more of the TMNT turtles, and we also found this is the second one we found, signature edition, signed by Howie himself, Howie Mandel of Gizmo. So we found 2 of the signature Gizmos. Okay. And I had to grab them. While we were up there, I kept toying around with finishing the Build a Mr. Ed wave, and if you saw in the video, grabbed finally the Joker with the head. I don't know if that's the same head from the Corleone family in Godfather, but it kind of looks like it, right? So let's fast forward from our trip up there, and then the next day we stopped by YESTERTOYS. While we were there, you know, my youngest was there, Marsha was there. We were all looking for themselves, as well as me filming and looking for myself. But the youngest is into Pops. He's a big Flash guy, and he found, excuse me, 2 Pops right there, Kid Flash. This one right here. It's not the Chase, it's just a common, but again, it goes along with the rest of his Flash Pops. So, and then we got our Batman right here, Red Death. Okay, pretty cool looking box. And again, guys, you know, in this channel, you're going to find out we don't judge what you like. Hopefully you don't judge what we like. It is Funko Pop, and I know how many of you guys have your opinions on it, but man, for us in the family, they're fun, and we just love collecting what's fun and what we like. So those are the youngest 2 Pops right there. I found me a few things, and then I put a few things back. I was just back and forth with it, but I did end up getting a loose Clone Commander Phase 1. And I know I had a few other troopers, and I had this pack a couple months ago from Amazon, and I was going to kind of keep these in there. So there's a loose guy right there. So there was so much stuff in there, guys. I really had to restrain myself from getting more and more stuff. But I did find another trooper to add to my trooper shelf. Just one of each of, you know, the troopers that I'm not too familiar with and are just really cool looking. Got me a mountain trooper. It is the Galaxy's Edge, you know, that nice little seal in there. And again, that's just an awesome looking trooper that I could put out there, you know. So kind of like what I was getting at, I had a few things that I kind of just put them back because we were starting to add up the money we were spending in YESTERTOYS and what do we really need it? Do we really want it? Long story short, Marsha, of course, finds this behind the counter. More pops. Imagine that. JB and the family grabbing all these pops. Look, man. Dorothy, Blanche, Rose, and Sophia. If you don't know who these people are, it means you're young. These are the Golden Girls. And the guys there were awesome. They said that they were kind of holding on to it. They didn't know if they really were ready to sell it yet. And they gave us a great deal on all four. And then, of course, with Rose being the Betty White, you know, Betty White played Rose. That one is probably worth a little, not probably, it's worth a lot more than these other three. But together, makes a great set. Marsha's going to be putting this in her room with her other Funko Pops. So after YESTERTOYS, we were in there for a good hour and a half. We did go to Toy Meister. And in Toy Meister, we were, I'm going to say, lucky to only walk out with a few things. But to me, very, very cool things. First, I'll go ahead and show you what Marsha got. So in Toy Meister, again, we were lucky to walk out with some of our money and only a few things. Those guys in there are great. There's just so much to choose from. Marsha did find her something, and if you guys are guessing, was it another Funko Pop? No, it was 2 Funko Pops. And if you guys aren't picking up on the family yet, we are very big into pulp culture and movies, TVs and cartoons, things like that. And this is from Pretty Woman. You got Edward and Vivian right there. And the Vivian we grabbed was the one in the red dress and not in her work clothes. The one in her work clothes is going for a lot. Okay, and now for the ultimate pickup. I'm not going to say my favorite pickup of the weekend or the past couple days, but definitely high up there. Okay, this is high up there, guys. If you're a Star Wars Black Series person and you're a original trilogy Star Wars person, and no matter what you think of the face sculpt, just the idea that they actually made this character is just really awesome to me. If you don't know who that is Princess Leia. They call it the slave outfit. That is when she was basically belonged to Jabba the Hutt. And iconic cosplay, iconic part of the movie, iconic just, you know, artwork out there. This right here is one of the figures that I've been looking for and I've seen, but not really willing to pull the trigger on because of the secondary price on this figure. But Toy Meister pulled through in the clutch, got this at a great deal. I'm not going to tell you how much because that's just, you know, it's not fair. But it was fair to me, fair to our wallet, fair to them. And you know how business works. You can do this shake hand deal, and yes, everything's good. So Princess Leia slave outfit did come home. And like I told some of you guys, put that little check mark of the Black Series figures that I'm trying to collect. So the box is not in the best condition, but it really doesn't matter because I'm probably going to pull her out and put her in the cantina because that's where everybody should go, right? Friday night, Saturday night, go hang out in the cantina. So there you go. If they do an archive version of this, or even just, man, someone give me a little bit better head sculpt there. We need to work on that. But there you go. Black Series, Slave Leia. All right, guys. So that is it from our trip to Virginia Beach the day before when we were up there. And then, of course, the 2 huge stores, YESTERTOYS and Toy Meister. Both are similar vibe, but obviously different on the scope. YESTERTOYS is a lot smaller, but it's jam-packed with what you want. When we were there was a guy looking for a figure, and Like, hey man, isn't that it? And boom, he's like, oh man, you helped me find this. I was like, is that my luck, or is that Marsha's luck, or is that just because he went to YESTERTOYS and he knew that they would have it? Then of course we went to Toy Meister, completely opposite end of the spectrum, huge selection, different sections of the store, upstairs of the Virginia Beach Antique Mall. Great selection, guys. A lot of loose open figures, but they were in such great condition, guys. Go check them out if you're in the Virginia Beach area, both stores. And then again, they're not paying me anything to say this, no advertising, nothing. I just a fan like you guys of collecting toys and, you know, collectibles, just out there hunting, man, looking for that new figure or that new thing to add to our collections. So I will be hitting those two stores up probably in the next couple weeks. So I'll probably do a little bit more of a pinpointed video on, you know, some figures that I'm looking for. Maybe if you guys leave it in the comments, I'll try to look out for you. I know a couple of you guys already said, hey, what about Star Trek? Which I knew Star Trek was big, and I didn't have all the time in the world to really just pinpoint, you know, specific figures or different types of figures there, but I'm going to try to look out for you guys on this next trip, okay? The TMNT, MOTU, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Star Trek. I'm looking for some more Voltron stuff. Want to really look at their NECA section again and, you know, talk to them about how they wrap that stuff in plastic. You know, it's like, is that supposed to be like that? Do you guys get it from the manufacturer like that, and things like that? And then of course, you know, I'm not going to leave out YESTERTOYS. Go back in there, see if they have anything new. These guys get trades in all the time, and if you follow their Instagram, both of their Instagrams, you can see that they have, you know, a good amount of trades coming in. So anyways, that was my trip back home to Virginia Beach. That was the haul portion. I know I got kind of long-winded, but if you can't tell by my enthusiasm and the shaking of the camera how excited I was to be home and to be in those two stores, it was just tremendous. So if you're in the area, check them out. Again, guys, if you like what you're seeing, please give me a like. It just really helps out the channel. And then of course, if you want to continue to hang out with us on our journey, hit that subscribe button so you could follow us and, you know, see what else we get in JB's Toy Trunk. So again, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and let's see where else we could go with JB's Toy Trunk. So again, guys, always enjoy the ride. We'll catch you next time.